Hello traders, this is Courage and welcome to Trading with Tan. In this video, I'm going to show you a simple volatility chain index strategy using 3 indicators. So the first indicator that we are going to use is the MACD, and the second is the Bollinger Bands, and the third one is the moving average. So without further ado, let's get started. Now for you to implement this strategy, you need to add the indicator. So first I'm going to add the MACD. I'm going to click on F and go to the MACD indicator. On MACD, I'm just gonna leave it as it is, the default settings, and I'm gonna just click done. Once I do this, you can see that I have a MACD indicator right below my screen, and I'm gonna add another indicator called Bollinger Bands. I'm gonna click on F and go on indicator window and click F plus. Make sure it's on indicator window, and I'm gonna go with Bollinger Bands. Once I go with Bollinger Bands, I'm gonna put the period to 200 and the deviation to 1.5, and I'm gonna apply to first indicators data, and I'm gonna just click done. Once I do that, you can see that I have the Bollinger Bands and the MACD on the same window here, and I'm gonna add the third one, which is the moving average. So I'll click F and go to indicator window, and I'm gonna find moving average. On moving average, I'll put my period as 2 period moving average, and I'm gonna say method exponential, and I'm gonna apply to first indicators data, and I'm gonna put it as a red color and click done. Once I do that, you can see now I have my 3 indicators right here. We have our purple line here, which is the MACD and the histogram, and I also have the 2 period moving average, which is the red line, and we also have the Bollinger Bands, which is in black. Now the strategy is, if you see the MACD touching the lower band or the upper band, you'll be looking to place a trade, but you wait until you see the crossover of the moving average and the MACD line here. So for example, as you can see, we have a crossover right happening right here. The moving average is crossing above the MACD line, and it is right on the bottom of the Bollinger Bands, right? So if that happens, you were looking to place a trade anywhere at this point here. So that's the first example, and this was obviously a buy trade and a winning trade, right? So let's look for another entries. So if you look what happened right here again, we see the MACD touching the upper band, and then we see, when we see the crossover happening, it happened right here. So you could have placed a sell order on this top of the MACD, and it was a winning trade. Now again, look what happened right here. We see the MACD trading above the upper band, and we see a crossover happening, right? So once we see our MACD and the moving average crossing, and right here we could place a sell order, and what happens next is we see a little bit of a pullback, and then the market started moving down for all this period, right? Here is another example here. You can see that at this point, you see that the MACD was trading below the lower band, right? And if the MACD is trading below the lower band, what you are waiting for is, you are waiting for the market, or you are waiting for the moving average to cross above the MACD, which happened right there, and then if you see that, you can click buy, and in this case you could have bought right at this point here. And once you do that, you can see that there was a lot of profits going up, right? Here's another example. Here you see the MACD trading or touching the upper band of the Bollinger Bands, and you can see once the touch happened, we also see the moving average crossing below the upper band, right? So this happened right at this point here. So you could have placed a sell order right here, because the crossover happened there. Now if we go on and look for another examples, there's a lot of example with this strategy, and even without back testing it, you can see that it have got a lot of potential. You see another crossover right happening right here. The MACD is below the lower band and the moving average crosses above, and if you were trading this strategy, you could have ended up at this point here with a buy order and make all these profits when the market started moving up, right?
Subscribe.
Now you can see what happened again right here. What happened here is you see the market trading below the lower band, so we'll be looking for buy trades, right? But we wait for the moving average, the red line, to cross above the MACD, and then if that happens, you could have ended your trade, buy trade again on this place here. So this is a very, very profitable strategy, and if you implement it with the right risk to reward and the right risk management, you would make a lot of money. Again, you can see another example. So you could have ended a sell trade right here because the setup happened right there. You see the market trading above the upper band, and you see the moving average crossing below the MACD line, and you could have placed a sell order right there. So that's it for this video, and thank you for watching. If you are new to this channel, make sure you click that subscribe button, and if you are a returning viewer, I really appreciate you, and I'm gonna see you in the next video.